Welcome to the Transitions Daily podcast. Transitions Daily is an online recovery group that offers a daily distribution of popular recovery resources accompanied by a secret Facebook group for discussion. We hope you enjoy today's readings.
This is Transitions Daily for August the 10th, read by Kirsty S. from the East Midlands in the United Kingdom. AA Thoughts for the Day. Higher Power. My friend suggested what then seemed a novel idea. He said, "Why don't you choose your own conception of God?" That statement hit me hard. It melted the icy intellectual mountain in whose shadow I had lived and shivered many years. I stood in the sunlight at last. It was only a matter of being willing to believe in a power greater than myself. Nothing more was required of me to make my beginning. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 12. Thoughts to consider. Willpower. Our willingness to use a higher power. Acronyms. Ego. Edging God out. Just for today. Solo. From source of strength. I would tell a friend of mine, who was having the same problems, that I prayed to God not to take a drink today and not to get married today. It was a sort of pact. I was very serious about this. I couldn't seem to handle romance and God too well at the same time. And God did start to give me strength that I had always thought would come from the man in my life. New York, USA. Came to Believe, pages 102 to 103. Daily Reflections. Redoubling our efforts. To a degree, he has already done this when taking moral inventory, but now the time has come when he ought to redouble his efforts to see how many people he has hurt and in what ways. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 77. As I continued to grow in sobriety, I became more aware of myself as a person of worth. In the process, I am better able to see others as persons, and with this comes the realisation that these were people whom I had hurt in my drinking days. I didn't just lie, I lied about Tom. I didn't just cheat, I cheated Joe. What were seemingly impersonal acts were really personal affronts, because it was people of worth, whom I had harmed. I need to do something about the people I have hurt so that I may enjoy a peaceful sobriety. As Bill sees it, who is to blame? At step 4, we resolutely looked for our own mistakes. Where had we been selfish, dishonest, self-seeking, and frightened? Though a given situation had not been entirely our fault, we often tried to cast the whole blame on the other person involved. We finally saw that the inventory should be ours, not the other man's. So we admitted our wrongs honestly and became willing to set these matters straight. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 67. Big Book Quote. We constantly remind ourselves we are no longer running the show, humbly saying to ourselves many times each day, "Thy will be done." We are then in much less danger of excitement, fear, anger, worry, self-pity, or foolish decisions. We become much more efficient. We do not tire so easily, for we are not burning up energy foolishly as we did when we were trying to arrange life to suit ourselves. Into Action, page 87. 24 hours a day. AA Thought for the Day. The tremendous fact for every one of us is that we have discovered a common solution. We who have found the solution to our alcoholic problem, we who are properly armed with the facts about ourselves, can generally win the entire confidence of another alcoholic. We who are making the approach to new prospects have had the same difficulty they have had. We obviously know what we are talking about. Our whole deportment shouts at new prospects that we are people with a real answer. Am I a person with the real answer to the alcoholic problem of others? Meditation for the day. For straying from the right way there is no cure except to keep so close to the thought of God that nothing, no other interest, can seriously come between you and God. Sure of that, you can stay on God's side. Knowing the way, Nothing can prevent your staying in the way, and nothing can cause you to seriously stray from it. God has promised peace if you stay close to him, but not leisure. You still have to carry on in the world. He has promised heart rest and comfort, but not pleasure in the ordinary sense. Peace and comfort bring real inward happiness. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may keep my feet on the way. I pray that I may stay on God's side. Hazelden Foundation, P.O. Box 176, Centre City, MN 55012. My name is Kirsty, and I'm an alcoholic.
We hope you enjoyed today's readings. You can also receive Transitions Daily via email and discuss today's readings in our secret Facebook group. So for more information, go to dailyaaemails.com today.
Other than the 24 hours a day reading, unless otherwise specified, all quotes copyright Alcoholics Anonymous World Services, Inc., 1952, 1957, 1967, 1973, 1975, 1976, 1980, 1981, 1984, 1985, 1988, 1990, or 2001.